if you have not met this beautiful human next to me, this is Liz. I'm going to have Liz introduce herself and why she is awesome to you guys. Go for it.
Hey, this is starting out to be really great. It's like we hit the live. We're both going like this, like we're on a deserted island. Like help, help. Good morning. We've been up a long time. Have you? Anyway, what up? I'm Liz Wilcox. If you haven't watched our previous episode and little tidbits, people basically call me the Fresh Prince of Email because I do email different. So my big claim to fame is I used to be an RV travel blogger. And when I decided to finally, do the thing they tell you to do and launch a digital course, I had 141 people on my wait list and I made 141 sales. So word got around on the internet streets, and I ended up selling that blog to go all in to teach people how the heck I did that. So I think that's what we're going to talk about today.
It is. So we have a lot of questions because what I think may have been just glossed over a little bit is that Liz is an expert in all things email and copywriting and like sales pages. And I'm just going to hype you up as much as need be because I think you're awesome.
Okay. I thought when Caroline said, oh, she's an expert in blah, blah, I thought she was going to say like 90s pop culture, and then I'd be able to like show off all my like nerdy stuff.
And the 90s pop culture and all things in sync.
Yeah. So before we get going, so I know there's a lot of email marketers. If you're like, oh, should I listen to Liz? I just like, let this be my like ultimate sales pitch for myself. Like no other email marketer is going to have an in-sync snow globe. Okay. That fashions also as a pen holder that I clearly am not. I need more pens because it's empty. But anyway, okay. I'm going to focus today.
Can you help me with my opt-in? No one seems to be signing up for it. Any best practices or advice that you can give me?
Yeah, I wish we could see it. So I would say that it probably has too much text on it, or it's not talking to the ideal person. Can I actually pull this up since we're on video? Let me find my list building. I want to give you an example, or I want to just run through your landing page. Can you see this?
Yes.
Okay, so with your landing page copy, you want to use copy that stands out, and that copy that stands out is when it says a lot in as little words as possible. Okay, you don't want that sales letter we were talking about earlier. It works for a certain kind of person, but chances are, you and me are just average, average Janes and Joes, right? So copy stands out when it says as little, or it says a lot in as little words as possible. So using things like pictures, like I think on my landing page, I'm wearing a picture of, or I'm wearing a shirt that has Will Smith on it, and I'm pointing to it kind of silly, and I'm like, Will Smith would want you to have this. Like that adds no actual value to the page other than the type of person Liz Wilcox is, right? You're getting a vibe, and that vibe may or may not get you to sign up. If if you think Will Smith is canceled nowadays, you are not going to sign up, right? But if you're like, oh, this is funny, oh, I love the Fresh Prince, like it kind of takes you back to a memory, you're gonna sign up, right? And you want to talk directly to your ideal person, okay? You want to say, like for me, if I'm doing, like yesterday I did a training like this for bloggers. So the landing page that I was sending them literally says, hey, blogger, right? So like if you don't consider yourself a blogger, you're going to land on that page and you're going to exit right out. But if you are a blogger, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, she's talking to me, right? So making sure your copy talks directly to that ideal person. And then make sure it's an actual landing page. So if you're like, oh, my opt-in's not working, if you have your menu at the top or social media buttons or anything on the side that I can click on, that's not actually a landing page. And of course, I'm not seeing this person's but that really contributes. It's got to be a landing page where it's just your thing, and they either can opt in or they can hit that little X button. So as far as people not signing up for it, where are you putting it? Are you going out there? Are you putting yourself out there like me right now and, asking people to sign up? You have to showcase your offer and your personality, and you have to put yourself out there in fun ways. I think I have, hang on, let me see. Here's a couple examples of where you can do that. So you can just ask around. You can go into Facebook groups and, become the go-to, right? And this, we've all seen the person that does it the wrong way, right? That's like, oh, sign up for my app, sign up for my app. It doesn't matter what the person is asking. But if you can become a go-to, like for me, I'm an email marketer. So any Facebook group I'm in, if somebody asks about email, I'm there, right? So suddenly, after a few months, somebody is tagging me. Oh, I bet Liz knows the answer, right? Put it on social media, do guest blogging, Pinterest. Optimize your website so that people, if you go to lizwilcox.com, you'll see, I think I asked 5 or 6 times. At the bottom, it literally says, oops, you did it again. You got to the bottom of the page and you didn't sign up for my email list. Picking up speed. You can do link shares. Like if Caroline and I decided to do one, I would send out an email to my people with her freebie. She would send out an email to her people with mine. So if you're finding that it's just not converting, go out and network and find other people that do something similar or something adjacent, and help each other grow in that way. Also getting on the right podcasts, trainings like this, stuff like that, any kind of visibility. The last thing I want to say about, my freebie is not converting, make sure that landing page is right. We already shared a little copy tip on there. But what I want you to know about getting your freebie out there is, like, you're probably like this. Your people are probably like Mariah up here. Like, I don't know her. Like, I don't want to sign up. I don't know her. But once you get people aware of your brand, you are going to have people that are like, we belong together. Okay. I can't believe I just sung, right? We all know that song, right? So that is the point of getting your freebie out there and getting, doing all of those strategies, because visibility and list building and getting that opt-in out there, they go hand in hand. Whether you are like Tia and Tamara or like Team Mary Kate and Ashley, I don't care who you are, but think about your list building. Think about that freebie and visibility as they're twins, right? They're not exactly the same, but when you put them together, it just makes sense. Okay, I hope that's helpful.
So I did have kind of like a follow-up, which is kind of what Gina kind of asked here. So if we have blog posts, because most of my audience are bloggers, inside of a blog post for an opt-in, are there any things that you can suggest to make kind of one of those inside of like a post where it's just you have,
Okay.
I don't even know what size that is, like that little,
just a
size.
pop-up. Yeah, my website has those.
Yeah.
So Gina, this is a great question. So yes, I am suggesting a whole page for your sign up. And that's where what I was saying about, go on podcasts, do this, do that.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to do visibility work. I know it's so scary, but I promise you can do it. That is going to convert a lot better than the sign up form on your website. That's why it feels like no one is signing up, because those numbers are low, right? Those conversion rates are low. Now they can be higher, of course, making sure, I'm thinking if you've got a blog post, you might only have one freebie, but changing that copy up for when you interrupt the post with your opt-in, just changing it up a little bit based on what they're already reading. Don't make it such a pattern interrupt, more of like an obvious flow into. I don't have a blog currently, but I want to share my screen if that's okay. And I want to show you my website. Is that cool?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so I'm going to share my screen and then it'll probably show us like crazy. And then I'll switch over. Okay, so can you see my website?
Oh, hang on. There we
Did it
go.
work? Okay.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's fun, isn't it? Can you see my website now?
Yes.
Okay. So Gina, right here, I have the little text. So I don't have that full landing page like I was talking about. I just have this. And this is all I say. Get my free email swipes. Here it is again. So on your homepage, you want to, especially as bloggers, right? We want people on our email list so we can sell them on our services, get more clicks to our new blog posts, maybe get sponsors for our newsletter, and sell our own products, right? We want people on our email list. It's the whole reason we create content, or it should be. So here, I've got it here. And basically, and you can look at this more in depth if you want, if you're interested later, but basically my homepage is a sales page for my freebie. It says, hey, this is how I can help you. Here's some freaking testimonials, right? On the homepage. If you don't have testimonials, that's fine. But, you need to be selling your freebie. You need to be creating a freebie that is like if you were at a university and somebody is graduating from your university, what's the first day of class? That's your freebie, right? And so they go down. Here's what I'm going to teach you. So as a blogger, like here's what here's what I'm trying to think. If you are like a sewing blogger and you want to create a community of sewers, like here's how I sew, and then share some, is that how you do it too? And then down here, like, here's what you need to get started, right? Here's what you need to, start sewing. And then that's your freebie. So the whole thing is basically a sales page for your freebie. And then here's the, oops, you did it again, right? And then within blog posts, I don't have an example right now, and I'm not going to go searching through my old blog. That would take up too much time. But really, this about page, think of it as a blog. Like, here's all the things I want you to learn, At the end, I say, like, here's the thing. All you need are some emails. Get started. So with your blog, I'm thinking of sewing. Like, here's how to create a daily habit of sewing. All you really need is, a reminder. Here's my checklist for whatever. That includes a reminder, right? Making sure it's just all kind of, seamless and again, like bleeds into each other. I hope that's helpful.
So do you have any, like, I guess, final words on like what people can do, especially when they're first starting out, to kind of get past the like big scaries? I have no other word other than just like the big scaries of hitting send for the first time on an email.
Yeah, great question. And this is the part where I've been talking for an hour and a half or an hour and 5, and I'm just going to pitch myself. Join my membership. I will encourage you. I will cheerlead you. I know it's scary. I know it's like, here's the mouse, like, like, I don't know. Just keeping the real answer, just remembering, like, we're just trying to turn these people into friends. Like,
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be perfect, but again, thinking of them as real people, like, okay, even if you've only got a few people, like, okay, I know this person, or I want to get to know this person, right? It's the same with social media. When people comment, we're commenting for the first time, thinking of it as that, maybe even thinking of it as a social platform at first, if that helps you to hit send. Nothing is finite. Sending newsletters, again, it allows the brand to evolve. So if you mess up this week, you've got another chance next week.
Yeah.
And join my membership. I'll write it for you. It'll take away all the stress.
I was going to say
90% of the stress. You still have to hit send. But again, you can email me. I'll rah the crap out of you.
Liz, thank you so much for being here. Where can people find you and find more about you?
Yeah, so if you're just getting started with email, of course, you can go to lizwilcox.com and hit the hot pink button and get my freebie. You can get a welcome sequence already written for you and some newsletter samples. But the best way right now is the flash sale, of course. I know Caroline has her affiliate link. That sale ends tonight. And that really is the best way. I retired my services because of this offer. I don't you cannot hire me to write for you. So I really am inside the membership all day, every day. All I do is promote it or be in it. And so that's really the best way to get my eyeballs on stuff, to get my feedback, and to start writing your emails and get rid of those scaries.
I love that. Liz, thank you so much for being here today. And everybody go follow Liz. Go get into the email marketing membership if you haven't. It's the best $9 a month that you will ever spend on anything.
I tend to agree. Thank you so much, Caroline. And thanks everybody for watching. I can't wait to see what you do with email.
Bye, guys.